Greetings, people of the internet. It is I, That Canadian Fangirl, bringing you your red-hot news and excitement for the week for your anime and pop cultural excitement. Nailed it. This week, no anime news, no pop cultural reviews, another new segment. I know, so many, but I'm really excited for this one. This is Pitches Happen. I am going to pitch my original ideas and run it by to get a feel for how people like my original idea. Then, hey, if anyone from Hollywood, Netflix, major TV, are listening, hey, give me a call. We can make these happen. Because the first episode of Pitches Happen is I'm pitching my original sitcom idea for TV. I'm calling it Coverup, which you can't see because it's on my laptop. It's only a script. I don't even have out. Coverup is a fun family, maybe a teen sitcom in the vein of stuff that you would see on Disney Channel. Basic premise. It is a superhero type show. Why don't I quotation? It is a superhero show. You have a blended family that come together. You have this family of, I'm calling them the O'Connells and the Sullivans. The O'Connells are Steve and his two sons, Kyle, who is most likely going to be our protagonist, and his brother Calvin. And the Sullivans are Caroline and her older daughter Taylor is probably going to be co-lead, and her younger sister Sally. Steve and Caroline are the paternal heads of both families. They fall in love and are going to marry. And are going to marry to the children of their children because both families have superpowers, but one is a family of superheroes, the other is a family of supervillains. So you have the O'Connells, Steve, Kyle, and Calvin, who are superheroes. The Sullivans of Caroline, Taylor, and Sally are supervillains. And the twist. Technically, their hero-villain personas are enemies. I think we're going to really open it up with Taylor's supervillain persona. I'm calling Electricity because she has stretch powers. Like Mr. Fantastic, or whatever you say. She can stretch super far. She's at the raw bank, and Kyle persona, a heel I'm calling Free the Bird, because on his right hand, he had the power to freeze, and on his left hand, he had the power to heat things up. So he can literally shoot like an ice beam from one hand and a heat beam from the other. And there's probably a lot of fun playing with his powers, particularly when his enemy is Electricity, who is a stretch villain, and they are polar opposites. Like, even among superheroes, I'm gonna make Free the Bird is the top hero of this kind of, well, particularly among teen superheroes, because superheroes are common, and when it comes to young superheroes, Free the Bird ranks in the top, in the upper echelons of the top 5 every time, and Kyle has to take great pride in the fact that he's, so beloved as a hero. And part of the reason is because when people will come here on Toxicity, his nemesis, and who is also going to be a top-ranked villain among teen villains, and they're going to have a fun dynamic. And when they're out of costume, when they're just Kyle and Taylor, they're going to have a fun back and forth, because civilian personas are also going to be opposites, and they're also dealing with the fact that they are now step-siblings. And no, it's not a romance. I'm not going to hook them up. First season will probably be... might end with a wedding and or a prom. I'm still looking at the deal, but it's a pitch. But our pilot is going to open up with these two families meeting for the first time, and the patriarchs of the parental figures of those families announcing that they're going to get married, and that the Sullivan are going to be living with the O'Connells for the foreseeable future, most likely for the entirety of the show, but to get used to living together before, to get ready to the inevitable marriage. They're now living in the same roof. Taylor's now going to Kyle's school, which is going to be like a preparatory academy. Kyle is like this studious, well-mannered student council president of his school, takes, things very seriously and rule-driven. Taylor's more loose and wild with her rule. They constantly butt heads at school, they butt heads at home, they butt heads in their superhero life. And it's going to be them learning to get along. Kinda. Because they all step-siblings. And then you have hijinks at home with their younger siblings and their parents, and I don't know, it'll be a fun blend of high school teen hijinks and although superhero drama, because you constantly have these characters having to don their costume to go out to either fight crime or cause crime. But the idea, and why it becomes Coverup, is they don't know the other person's secret identity. This is where the hijinks are going to come in, because half the fun is going to be them trying to hide who they are from each other, thinking that, not knowing that they're hiding the stuff from the person they were literally just fighting. So you're going to get that kind of hijinks. And I believe first season will end on a massive heist between a bunch of villains that Electricity is going to take part in. There's going to be a big fight. Both Freedom and Electricity are going to get injured. They're going to come home through opposite doors. And they're slowly getting ready. I think either Electricity's going to collapse on the couch. Kyle's going to come through the kitchen door. They're going to lock eyes with each other. And they'll take it off the mat. They're going to lock eyes with each other. And end with a what the fuck, and then the season will end. So technically you can say I swear in there, but I technically didn't swear because it's cable. But hey, if Netflix picks it up, I can probably have adult theme, because I might throw in a bunch of sex jokes in there for the whole Stephen Caroline relationship. That would be a running joke with Sally. So, hey, if you like the idea, just call me. So, yeah. It's a basic pitch. I'm not going to go through my entire script, because I only have, the first scene really planned out. But I think I have a fun dynamic between probably the 6 main characters so far. Like, I definitely think Steve, Kyle, and Calvin are gonna have like a more real relationship, while Caroline, Taylor, and Sally might have a more analytic kind of relationship to each other. Kyle's gonna have this, kind of, what's the word? He's gonna have this polite and rule-abiding, element to his personality. Calvin's probably gonna be highlight, because I'm gonna give Calvin super speed, so he's kind of, more hypermatic and, kind of a little ditzy, but he's also surprisingly down to earth and silly at times. Steve's gonna have this, killing, paternal figure to him. Caroline's gonna be this, where they fail type mother character. Taylor's gonna have this rebellious streak. Sally's gonna be this cute little girl that's kind of is gonna have this more pervasive to her, which I think will be really funny, coming out of the mouth of a really cute child. And then there'll be other characters, like there'll be romance. I'm thinking Kyle's gonna be an LGBT. I'm gonna say Kyle's gonna be gay. That's being a big part of his character. He's gonna have a crush on probably some one of the guys at school is also kind of like a leader character, and they're gonna have this kind of cute, kind of chemistry together. He's gonna have Kyle's friend is gonna be one. I'm gonna have that Kyle's friend at school is gonna know that he's free the burn, so that we can have some fun dynamics, so that we don't have to hide that part of him at school with his friends. Because if he's gonna hide himself, he's hiding it from his family, which will be a fun diversion from most shows of this caliber. And I definitely think a plotline I'm going to do, at least I'm thinking of dabbling in, is having Taylor meeting another rebellious girl at school at Kyle's preparatory academy, and Taylor offhandedly flirting with Kyle's crush and causing some tension to rise between them that way, which might be fun to really pull off. I might do a school dance episode. And again, this is all hearsay. I don't know what you're gonna do, but yeah, it is a basic pitch. So yeah, that's Coverup. The reason for Coverup is about the cover-up of a superhero family. And is it original? No. Well, no, because we've seen the idea of a superhero family having to hide in plain sight. But I think what's going to be different about it is it being a blended family between a family of heroes and a family of villains, and the dynamic that that's going to create. So, I'm really passionate about this idea. I'll probably fill people in about this throughout social media, just to gauge interest. But yeah, if you like the concept of Coverup, let me know. And yeah, Pitches Happen is probably gonna be a regular show I'm gonna do on this thing, because I really because I want to share my original creative ideas with you guys and have people judge if they would be interested in my ideas. So there's that. I'll probably do that pitch happen later this month, because we'll original story pitch. And it also will probably be something I'm gonna pitch with kind of fanfiction ideas, so rewrite stuff, because I do that a lot. More on that later. But yeah, I'll keep people filling in on social media, so that. Yeah. That was Pitches Happen. Let me know if you like the idea of this. And again, if anyone from Hollywood is listening, hey, I'm in Canada. Family Channel, YTV, if you're listening and you think this idea has money, feel free to contact me. Feel free to contact me on social media. Like, we can make this happen. Netflix, we can make this happen. Disney, we can make this happen. Nick, we can make this happen. Also, I'm down for crossover, so I think this thing has a lot of good. I think the idea has good premise. So let me know if you think this idea has premise. So yeah, speaking of my social media, remember to follow me on social media: Twitter, BlueSky, Facebook, Instagram. Remember to follow me on those sites if you want updates. Well, on Twitter, because I barely post on that. I post on Twitter anymore because I jumped ship. So like Twitter. But your toxic sex pool of misinformation and a bunch of stuff I don't want to be in, and BlueSky is way better. Go to BlueSky. I've been liking a lot of cute animal pics. Eventually I'll figure out Twitch. If you're so inclined, follow my YouTube channel. This podcast is now going up on YouTube, so like the podcast on YouTube. So remember to like and follow the podcast here on Spotify. Help the algorithm raise awareness that Canadian Fangirl exists, so that more people can discover us. Remember to leave a comment down below. Read the description. The comments are right there. Remember, no gatekeeping. We don't gatekeep this community. If you like something, you're a fan of it. Don't let other people tell you otherwise. And remember, when people ask, what fangirl do you listen to? It is That Canadian Fangirl. Which Canadian Fangirl? That Canadian Fangirl. Alright. Later, peoples! Thanks for listening to my very first Pitch It Happen! Woo!